recording. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Friends and grasshoppers, this is the Formless Podcast, episode number 156. 156. Number 156. With Tyler, the superhuman. He's back, folks. And me, Dustin. Dude, how goes it? I was working on that all week long.
Perfect.
Like in the car driving to work. I was practicing. I was coming home, practicing, saying that. Like I wanted it to be explosive. And then I fubbed the last word. Like, come on, man.
That's good. That's all right.
It's all right.
We're gonna that when you get fly. That, when you really melt that, you go friends and grasshoppers.
Yeah, you gotta hold it, man. You gotta hold it. It's been crazy. You're back?
I'm back, yeah, from Army training.
South Dakota,
yep. I have returned and readjusting back to being in regular civilian life after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
it was only 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks.
Dang.
Felt a lot longer to me.
It felt longer to me too, man.
And you've done, I think, a couple podcasts since then.
I had scheduled 3 and I got 2. So I'm behind. I still owe an extra podcast because this one's coming out tomorrow because we're all caught up now. We were 3 weeks ahead, I think 2 or 3 weeks ahead before you left. And so I thought, we're in good shape. Everything's good. And then everything just got thrown in the grinder, man. Work was crazy busy. It just all fell like dominoes, one thing after the next. Seminars going, it's like a runaway train right now. It's that ball is rolling and I'm trying to stay on top of it. And, sometimes I succeed and other times, get a little behind, but it's all right. We're good in there. We're selling tickets. Word's getting out. Things are happening in that front. Super excited.
So anybody that's listening, please make it to our seminar.
Yeah, you gotta
with Randall
Davis, September 12th and 13th in Anderson, California, at Blaine Court's Total Self-Defense. There's more info that can be found on theformlesspod.com. Tickets, more information. Randall did, and I need to find the video again, and I'll pin it to the Instagram page. He did a live video, and he talked about some of his history and some of the things that he wants to work on and explore in the seminar itself. It's really good. He did it. It was like 15 or 20 minutes long. It was like, he told me he was going to do it, but I was so caught up in work and life stuff that I missed it because I wanted to join in and just like comment and stuff. And I completely crap the bed on that, but it's awesome. Though, the first 10 minutes of it is greeting people that are watching and stuff like that. But as he gets into the minutia, is that the right word? Anyway, as he gets into like the marrow of the stuff, it gets really good and it's in depth on all the different stuff that he wants to cover. And it pumped me up, and I'm like, I can't wait for September to happen. So it's really awesome.
And definitely we'll probably be doing this every year, hopefully.
Exactly. Well, my thought is I would like to be able to do this a few times a year. Not just with Randall. Like I want to have Randall out again. He's a great guy. He's an excellent teacher. I want to have him out like religiously, right?
Yeah.
But I want to.
He's very enthusiastic.
Yeah, you can tell that like he knows his stuff, but also that he has a deep passion for it. That like he genuinely cares about what he's doing, And that shows in like his words and actions.
And hopefully we'll get to have him on the podcast.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the plan.
Do a 2-part podcast.
We're going to do
him.
a live one, or record in person. But the goal is to expand on this. Like I want to find other people and be like, oh yeah, oh you're free next month. You can come out. All right. Well, like once we get the machine fixed, right? Like once we have a good process for tickets, for travel itinerary, for hotels and that sort of thing. Like once I get that all dialed in, I want to be able to be like, okay, yeah, here, I'll just email you the package. You check the boxes and, we'll get it all set up, but that's a little down the road, but it's coming. It's coming.
So, but anyways, you were saying, so do it, get Randall and get, and then like at some point,
whomever, whatever, like I love boxing. It would be cool to find like a boxing coach that travels or that's willing to travel, bring him out, teach us some boxing, a Sambo guy or Brazilian jiu-jitsu, whatever. Like I'm not discriminatory. Like martial arts is cool to me. So like whatever. What do we got? You know what I mean? Like, what can we bring out? I have a wish list of people that I would love to bring out. It's just a matter of numbers and finances, basically. Like, can we afford it? Do they want to do that? Can we, can we time it all together? On top of having full-time jobs and families and other obligations in life, it's a juggling act for sure, but it's not talking about it. It's doing it. Which goes back to the quote. Bruce Lee quote. Yeah.
Read it one more time.
Sure. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done.
Yes.
Never get it done.
There's been times when you sit there and you think about this paper I got to write, or you think about this project I got to do, or this repair on your house or something on your vehicle. And you sit there and you think and you watch the YouTube video, you Google it, how to do it. And you spend so much time thinking about the thing. And at some point you just got to do it.
Yeah.
You just got to dive in and do it.
Yeah.
You'll never get it done.
I have
there's something to be said about preparation. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, there's a fine line. You can over prepare, or you can make things worse by not preparing.
Yes.
Right? Like you can take a small problem and make it worse because you just blindly run into it to try and fix it. So yeah, there's a bit of a fine line there. You got to be careful with that. Over preparation for a minor problem.
Ooh.
Versus under preparation. Yeah.
I thought that was going to be like some quote.
I'm like feeding it out there, trying to make it happen.
If you under prepare, it can be a disaster, which will probably be a disaster.
Result in disaster. Yeah.
If you over prepare, well, you might not ever get it done. That could be
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. So we were talking about like
the
topic of like memorable things, right? Like in training, in martial arts, right? Like there's certain things that you do that you train so much that, like if I say we're going to throw combinations, you automatically know it's probably like jab cross, or it's going to be jab cross low kick, or you can go through the combinations in your head that you've worked and drilled. Right?
Yes.
There's comedy phrases that if you say, people that know remember the whole story. The machine, tater salad. There's another good one. I'm Rick James, bitch. Right? Like, you just played that whole scene in your head.
Yes.
Right? Movies. How many movies can you name, like one line or a scene that like instantly brings up the whole movie?
I mean, like we were talking about Aim Small, Miss Small.
Okay,
from
yeah.
The Patriot.
Yeah.
And I Am Your Father.
Yeah. Star Wars. Right?
Empire Strikes Back.
How about I Don't Think We're in Kansas Anymore, Toto?
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know, that kind of stuff. That. Now, here's a question. Does it come from repeated viewings of that said movie or comedy skit or routine? Or is it so good? The punchline, the line comes at such a pivotal point that it's just like seared itself into your brain.
I want to say it will definitely hit hard that first time. It's like a needle, right?
Yeah.
It's so sharp, it just goes in and makes a, you know, it
like, makes its mark. Yeah.
I remember that one, like Aim Small, Miss Small.
And there are certain things that you've done in training that hit like that, right?
Yes.
I can't think of any right now. I'm sure they'll come.
Well, I one thing that Blaine teaches us that I think about is like he hasn't said it recently, but he said it several times, and I thought it was just so classic and comical. He's like, well, he's demonstrating like if you do the brush hold strike, so somebody punches you and you brush their you brush their fist away, then with your opposite hand you hold that fist, that arm, and then you strike with your original hand. And he's like, some people think you have to brush hold strike every time. He's like, if you brush hold strike and they don't try to fight back or put up he's like, you just rinse, wash, and repeat.
Oh, yeah.
Rinse, wash, and repeat. Like, you just keep hitting. Like, don't change what you're doing. Like, just keep doing it.
If the thing's working, keep it going.
If the thing is working, it's that rinse, wash, repeat. I've heard that in my mind several times. Like, yeah, if you're punching someone and they're not blocking or their block is terrible, you just keep punching that same thing.
Keep
like,
target.
why change your attack, right? At that point.
Yeah.
Right? You want to change your attack if it's not working. Mm-hmm. But if it's working, don't change it.
Yeah.
Don't fix something that's not broken. There's a saying right there.
Boom. Right there. Yeah. No, I think of things like there's certain phrases that come across in the dojo or the gym that like, what's happening. As soon as they say like, okay, we're going to do, like we have a phrase in class, a Portland style. We do warm-up drill, right?
Yes.
When I say that, if you've done it before, you know what we're talking about. And everybody, I think, has something like that that's familiar or becomes familiar. Those phrases that like mean something immediately. I think those are few and far between, though, right? Like most of them come from repeated viewing.
Yes.
Repeated
yes.
Exposure. There's certain things that come across that are just impactful, like right from the word start, and like okay, I've just latched onto this. I'm going to remember this forever.
Yes.
But those things are like lightning. You can't like predict it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're rare gems.
Yes. Like we have that one, if somebody throws a round kick and you want to simultaneously kick them, we have the stop the hip, stop the kick.
Mm-hmm.
That one?
Yeah.
And that one says a lot right there.
Yeah. Well, and it like explains everything that you're doing.
That one does.
Like it's like a full circle.
Yeah.
Right?
Like aim small, miss small. And that can be applied to martial arts too.
Absolutely.
Because we teach that, right? You don't punch at someone's face, you punch at someone's, freckle or their
orbital socket.
A mole on their face. You punch at
that. No, absolutely. I agree with that. I think that's a valid term.
And when there's their aim small, miss small. That's 4 words, right? Stop the hip, stop the kick. That's 6 words.
Okay, I'm counting. Sorry.
Right? So those phrases, like those things, those lessons, they're compressed into so small of a package.
You get a lot of mileage out of those 6 words or 4 words, right?
Yes.
Like they call me tater salad, right? That 3 words, bang, you know the whole story. If you've heard that comedy routine, you know the entire story right there, right then.
Yes.
Those things are so simple, but that you can't I personally don't believe that you can manufacture that. That's like one of those things that's, people work for that, right? Like they work long, hard hours to get to that kind of memory, right? Like he's probably like, for one, that story, the tater salad story, that was like 30 years in the making. you realize, you know that, right? Like that came from an interaction with the police when he was a teenager. And it didn't come full circle until he was an adult halfway across the country in another state, right? Like, and then it's like, oh my God, this is the greatest story I've ever made, you know? And he made a career off of that. Just the first half of that story is funny, right? But it's when it comes full circle that it makes it complete. But that phrase, that catchphrase, brings it. It's the complete circle, because you know, like, now that you've heard the story, you know the whole thing, right? Like that brings up the entire story for you. Like you could flash through it and be like, oh my gosh, first time I heard that, I died laughing.
So did I, yeah.
But like, how many things in life are that way? Where, like, okay, for us, some of the martial arts stuff, the brush hold strike, the stop the hip, stop the kick, those kinds of things, they have a very similar feeling.
Oh, yes.
Right? Like that, you know the whole story behind that. Okay. And if you were to share that with somebody physically, like in the dojo, share this with somebody, you could have that same impactful thing. Right. But like to have that kind of impact of like, they call me tater salad, or I'm your father, or, you know, any of the other ones that we've gone over, they hit a little different in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, like, so, you know, I am your father, that throws you back. And same thing with tater salad. It throws you back 2 whole movies. It throws you. So when Darth Vader says, "No, Luke, I am your father," it throws you back through Empire Strikes Back and all the way back through A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie. And you're like, from the moment you're like, what? That changes the whole dynamic structure, mythology, everything of 2 whole movies. And so it's like, what? Like, I grew up, right, knowing, like, okay, you just kind of watched them back to back. And I don't think I ever saw A New Hope until I was like 7 or 8. I grew up watching Return of the Jedi and then Empire Strikes Back once in a while. But so I already knew Darth Vader was Luke's dad.
Yeah.
And then when I was a kid and I saw A New Hope, and I was like, oh yeah, like this is the first one, you know, like when I was like 7 or 8, a little bit older. And I was like, oh, this is the first one. I was like, oh well, yeah, that's his son and that's his dad. But then you realize when you watch them in order, you get a little bit older. You're like, oh wait, they didn't know that when you watch the first one. Mm-hmm. So it throws you back and it just changes the story, right? And same thing with tater salad, right? That thing throws you back through this whole 15 to 20 minute long joke, however long that joke was. It throws you all the way back to the beginning. And like you said, brings it full circle. It completes the circuit.
Mm-hmm. And to me, that's a cool thing. Yeah. Right? Like that's a really neat thing.
It completes it.
It completes it. It's like, how do you make something like that though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you realize it at the time when you're making like the joke, the tater salad joke, for instance, Ron White, he's like, he probably had like an inclination, like, oh man, I bet this is going to hit pretty good. Right. Like, but is he going to be able to base it? Like, do you think he was like, oh, I'm going to be able to base, like, this is going to blow me up. We're talking private jet time, you know, like, Do you think he knew that was going to happen, or do you think he had like an inkling that was good, or was he just like, oh, here's a good joke, I'll tell this story?
I think he probably ran his joke by some close friends and said, hey, don't tell anybody, but here's this joke, and this is a true story.
Yeah,
it's supposedly a true story.
It is
right?
a true story.
Right. And so he probably ran it by him, and they were probably like, dude, that's gold. Like, you gotta but now you gotta refine that and just get that joke sharp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my guess. Maybe not.
No.
And maybe he just had that. Maybe he was like, man, I'd tell that joke. That's going to hit so hard.
Yeah. I don't know. But there's like, I'm sure that there are things in your life. Like, there's things in my life that I can like drive by or flash back on, or like look at a picture of, and it kind of brings you back to that time. Where you're like, the whole story, you just fly through that whole story again.
Yes.
Yeah, I could think of some, right? Like just like pictures of my kids or vacations or, birthday parties and things like that. You're just like, oh man, I remember what we were doing. I remember the day. I remember all the little things.
You mean like one little thing will remind you of
trigger
some...
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny. Today we were working in class. We were working on footwork. I've been kind of obsessed with it lately because, especially watching newer students or smaller students sparring. They have a tendency to, like, if they're pressured or rushed, they back up and they're on their heels, right? And they just walk in circles, or they walk straight back. They don't have anything to come back with. And so I'm constantly trying to solve a problem when I'm teaching these Saturday classes. Like, okay, this is something that's bugging me for these guys. So what can I do to help them fix that? And so I'm trying to come up with a lesson that's memorable, that they can rely on when they find themselves in that situation again. And so I do a little research and do some like looking up like different footwork drills, different positions, different things that they can do that I can bring to the class and be like, okay, I want you to try and work on this. So today, basically I tried to punch kids with a staff. I had a boxing glove on the end of a padded staff. And so just like a pool cue, like trying to get them in the face with that. And then they're moving, shifting off that line. And then, so they just step off to the side, moving their whole body by stepping. And then we build off of that. And so, like, to me, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty good drill. This works. Like, they're moving their body. They're not going backwards. They're stepping off to the side, either left or right. And then we build off of that. So we get comfortable doing that, and we speed it up. And once we speed it up, then we got to turn this maneuver from defensive to offensive. Well, how do I do that? I got to reposition myself at a different angle. So I step off the line, it's like one step, and then I turn my entire body so I'm perpendicular to that punch. And then I can attack, and hopefully the idea being is that it goes from me being on my heels to me turning and flanking, as opposed to like just being on defense.
Right.
So the idea, like this kind of what got this whole idea going was this, like, how do I make that memorable? How do I make this so somebody who's struggling with this problem can turn this into something that they can put into practice and use? And I drew a blank. Like, I don't know. Like, I hope, right? That's my goal. My goal is to, like, give them that line, give them that thing that they go, tater salad.
Right?
Like, I can remember it, right? Yes. Yeah. Now, what I should have done was added some spice, some phrase, some title for this drill, so they could latch onto it and remember it. And I'm realizing that now. Like, oh, this is the drill or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, this is X and you're going to do X. And then like maybe that would trigger that memory for them when they put it into practice and they can use it. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I think that's just something that's going to come with time with you as an instructor.
Yeah. Experience.
And seeing how, your progression as an instructor has been amazing. And I think that, to see where you'll be in 10 years of teaching, from where you were from black belt to now,
dude,
like black belt test to now is crazy. Like your improvement and how you love teaching and that passion. And then I think that when you find those little nuggets to pass on, like you'll find them.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to make you, and then you'll be like, and that'll be your own moment. You'll be like, now I can teach this, this nugget.
Yeah. It's constantly like swinging the hammer and hoping for a hit. Like it doesn't always strike, but I just got to keep swinging it. Because if I stop, like then I'll never hit it,
Nothing,
right?
yeah,
So you got to keep swinging. It's like the podcast. You keep doing the podcasts, right? Got 156 going. 156 going, right?
We were just at 56 talking about episode 100.
Yeah. And we have yet to miss one this year. Like we've released a podcast every week this year. So I'm determined to like keep that going.
Y'all better be listening.
Yeah, exactly.
To every podcast.
But like, obviously not every one of them is going to be a home run.
Right.
Not every one of those is going to be amazing. The Beatles wrote a bunch of songs. Their record for how many hit songs they had versus how many songs they had is terrible, actually. When you look at just the raw data. Like Babe Ruth had the home run hitting record, right? He also had the strikeout record.
Oh, I didn't know
he
that.
He had to try to hit the homer. Otherwise, if he didn't swing, he's never going to hit a homer. Factoids.
It's interesting.
Yeah. But to the point was like, the point that I was trying to make is like, I think anytime somebody's trying to do something, their intentions are to do the great thing, right? Like you didn't go out to make a movie. You went out to make a great movie, right? You didn't go out to try like, I'm just going to half-ass this one because I don't feel like it. No, that's not the intention. The intention is to make a great movie. Right? Like we intend to make a great podcast. We intend to teach an awesome martial arts lesson. We intend to get a black belt. Stuff happens in the middle. Sometimes you can't go wrong and everything is just as smooth as butter and it just boom, 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 boom. And then other times, no matter the effort, no matter how hard you try, you can't make it gel. Like that's just life, right? That's just what we're doing. So I think I'm trying to answer my own question here with like with the gem, the catchphrase, the thing that ignites that memory is like it's so wild and unpredictable. Like you can plan for it, and I think you can make it happen more often, but I don't think you can make it to where it's like, oh, here's a formula. If I do this and this and this, I'll get there. Like, I think you'll increase your chances, but I don't know that you can like make it so predictable that like everything, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think with the formula, it increases
your chance.
Right. And if you boil that down to its most basic form, right? So like baking soda and peroxide, if you put those two together, we know what we're going to get, right? Like, So I think there is something to be said of like, if you do this, this will happen, right? Isn't that science?
Yes. But like, Okay,
science is different than life.
Ron
right?
White, for instance, he's got the tater salad joke. Now, I don't know if you are, but unless you're like a Ron White fanatic, how many other jokes do you know that he tells? He's a comedian. He literally tells jokes for a living.
But that's the one we remember.
That's the one we remember, right? Like he tells a crap ton of jokes. And some of them are pretty freaking funny. Like I've heard a couple of his comedy specials. The one joke that I remember is tater salad.
Okay.
You see what
I
see
do.
where I'm getting
Yeah.
at? Like now, I guarantee you, if he was sitting right here and you asked him, he intends for every one of those jokes to be as memorable as tater salad. But he's got one tater salad. Now, some people might think differently on that, right? If you're a diehard Ron White fan, you might know 5, 6, 7 of those jokes. And he probably does have some other ones that are really good, that are memorable. But that's the one everyone remembers.
Kind of like Jeff Foxworthy with the "Here's your sign."
Yeah. Is it "Here's your sign" or is it "You might be a redneck"?
No, he's got the, "Here's your sign." Like if you think the sink is where, if you think in sink is where the dishes go, that's right. You might be a red. Then who was the here? Here's your sign. Was that?
That was one of the redneck comedy guys.
Am I thinking of
What's his
the other guy, Bill Engvall? Is that his?
Yes.
Here's your sign.
Yes.
Okay, Bill Engvall then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Foxworthy had the "You might be a redneck if."
Yeah. But it's the same. It's the same thing.
Same thing. Where it's the one thing.
The catchphrase or the hit, right?
Well, and that's what I've said from the get-go with you. I'm like, friends and grasshoppers, like that's your thing. Like when I hear that now, I'm
You
like,
know what's happening.
yes,
Like
you have your saying, your intro and then you say it at the end. Well, friends,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's interesting. That's really good. I didn't even think about that.
that's your thing.
good
Like that's
insight.
your intro, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Did you ever see that movie? That's
Yes.
a pretty good movie.
It was. It
Pretty
was.
good movie. It's good heartfelt one.
It was a very good heartfelt. And at the end when I think he's with the other guy's dad, and his dad's on his deathbed, and his dad's like, his dad's been like this drunk and this kind of this loser his whole life, and he tells his son, which is not Mr. Rogers, it's the other younger guy in the movie, I think it is, and he tells his son, he's like, I think I'm now just figuring out how to learn to live my life. And then he like dies like the next day or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, I remember that line too. Like that just sticks out.
Yeah, because that's the guy. The movie is.
That was Chris Cooper that said that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that movie. Because it's not about Mr. Rogers per se. It's about the writer who's doing the story on Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, and that's the young guy. The young guy, yeah. And he's covering Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, he's thinking he's going to do this like big expose on Mr. Rogers and like not really who he says he is kind of guy. And then he finds out like, wow, he's really Mr. Rogers. That's his life. That's how he lives his life. Which is like a great, like, that's not a bad way to be, right?
We all remember Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood from when we were kids.
Absolutely.
So to say that's what I'm saying. Like with you with the podcast, I love it when you have the friends and grasshoppers.
Yeah, and that's just me trying to come up with something memorable, right? Like
It is.
yeah, right on, man, right on. How's everything else going? Good.
I mean, yeah, we're all trying to
Busy?
stay cool. And
Freaking got hot this week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a cooker this weekend.
This week is supposed to be, we're supposed to hit 109?
Yeah, something like that.
Which for Reading, really, I mean,
well,
it's not our hottest.
It's been a pretty mild summer so far.
It has.
But this weekend is supposed to get cooking, which sucks.
Which August is usually the hottest month of the year.
Generally. Yeah. But like we've also had like weeks straight of 100-degree temp in July, which we've hit 100 in July, this July, but not in years past. Like I remember a couple of times where it'd be like 2 weeks straight where it's just over 100 degrees. It's just miserable. It doesn't even feel like it cools off at night, and it's just right back into the oven the next night or next day. That wasn't too bad. I think we've had a couple of days that were like, oh, that's pretty warm. But
this week coming up is going to be warm. Up
where it's like, okay, this is a good old Shasta County summer.
I think every day is like at least 102 or above.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this month will be over here soon.
This month, it's August 1st.
I know. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about, that whole memorable lesson. Where do we find the memorable lesson? We've all had them.
That's what I'm aiming for with movies, is coming up with those memorable lines or those memorable one-word sayings or one-sentence sayings or one-word sayings that stick with people. The recurring joke that I've gotten from Miracle Mile, for those who have watched it, is the pufferfish joke.
Oh, yeah, which is pretty dang good.
Yeah, so the pufferfish joke, which... if you've seen the movie, you know what that comes from. It's your bladder. You got to drain the puffer fish. And it was just one day in our writer's room, the writer suggested like, oh, the puffer fish. That's what we got to call when Norman, the older gentleman, he's got to go to the bathroom. He's like, I got to drain my puffer fish. And like, and we're just like, that's golden. And it's become like a saying. Like I've had people quote that at me now.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. I could see like that. You remember, right? Like you remember that stuff. Oh.
But I want to work my way up towards a little bit more, life-changing sayings.
I was just thinking as you're telling that story, there's other stuff that's really cool too. Like on repeated viewings or listens, you hear something or you see something that you missed the first time.
Oh yeah.
That like unlocks the story. You get a little deeper. And the only thing I can think of right now is Game of Thrones. Like I've rewatched a few seasons of that over and over because I'd like start over, especially when the seasons were coming out, right? Like you watch the first season and then it's like a couple of years before the next season comes out.
Correct, yeah.
And so you got to like watch it again so you remember. And like all the little political games that are being played in the background, all the little side stories and stuff, you're like, oh wait, that was related. These people are related. This guy really doesn't like that guy. He just pretends to, you know what I mean? Like that stuff. That's a little bit more out of left field, I think, as to what we're talking about. But like, you've all had those lessons and heard those stories where like there's a little subtext, there's a little underlying theme, or, oh, if I do this, then I can turn this whole thing on its ear.
It's the little things you see in movies that aren't spoken, very audaciously, and they're just running in the background, like you said.
Yeah, they're not
subtext.
They're not up there in your face up front. But like the scene is supposed to set a mood for you. Like horror movies are great. Like I hate horror movies. They scare me. I don't like to watch scary movies. The jump scares and stuff, right? I'm a wuss. But like the music sets the mood, right? And like like something's going to happen because it intensifies or it sets this paranoia feeling up, right? And then boom, the bad guy or monster or slasher comes out to get you, right? That's like atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think, and what you're going for is a word for it is called setup. The setup. Mm-hmm. So back to Ron White with the tater salad. Like the whole joke is a setup
is
for
the setup. Yeah.
What is the setup for the tater salad?
Yeah.
And then when it pays off, you're like, oh, like it just completes the circuit.
Yeah.
And that's a saying in itself, complete the circuit.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Oh man. I think we beat this one to death right now.
Yeah.
We hit 40 minutes, but
email us or message us some of the sayings you've come across. Like I want to hear
yeah. That's a good idea.
You've made up yourself or you've heard that are memorable. So we can talk about
better yet, what's a good key lesson? And what was the key phrase that you heard that, like, for you, locks that out or brings that out?
Send that.
Yeah. Hey, let's chat up a little bit about this seminar here.
Yeah.
What are you planning on? Like, what are you excited to learn?
I'm excited to learn
because I got a couple of things. I'm just
thought
I'd give you a shot.
Because our art Wu Ying Dao is descended from Wing Chun, parts of it. I think somebody that is fully trained in Wing Chun, that is what is really attractive to me as far as learning from them what they've learned in 30 years, what Randall has learned in 30 years of doing straight Wing Chun.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're like an offshoot, like of Wing Chun. Like,
exactly.
we still have the parentage and the lineage of Wing Chun, but
like you like Mexican food?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had Tex-Mex?
Okay.
So that's how I describe it.
Okay.
That's how I've been describing it lately.
Good. I don't know if I've had Tex-Mex.
Like Wing Chun, Mexican food. Yummy. Awesome. Wing Dao is like more like Tex-Mex. It's the same category of food, but it's just slightly, there's some changes.
You're right.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of changes.
Tex-Mex stands for what? Texican, Texas, Mexican?
Yes, basically. Mexican food with a Texas flavor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense.
Yeah. So it's a great, like, people understand what I'm talking about now when I say that. So that was one of those things that I latched onto. I was like, oh, yeah. Great analogy for this.
That is a good analogy.
But and in some of the private lessons I've done with Randall, like I can't wait to see you be at the seminar, because I want to see your reaction to some of the stuff that we hopefully end up doing. Because like when I do these lessons and he's like, oh, and this is called a tan sao, and you put your hand here, you do this kind of position and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I have to have him repeat it, because I'm going, well, this is, we do this for Wing Dao, and this is da, 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 da. And we, it's this, like the almost identical thing. It's just called something different. And they use it this way, and we're going to use it like this. It blew my head. It just blew my top. Like, it was insane.
Okay.
Couple of things that I'm hoping to get with,
from the seminar,
to get out of the seminar. Yeah. There's the one hand, 5 positions thing that he was talking about. That's really interesting to me. It's an offensive and a defensive, system, or not system. It's a position with your hand. There's 5 different positions. They're used offensively and defensively. I was just like interested to dive into that. There's also sticky hands. I just love that.
I want to do that one too.
I'm down to do that, like till the cows come home. It's just fun. I enjoy it. And then of course all of the bong sao, lop sao, hun sao, tong sao, bong. Did I say bong sao? Yeah, just all
the sows.
All the sows, yes. All of those. I cannot wait for this to happen. It's just full. I feel like it's kind of full circle in a way. Like if this is successful and like we can repeat this, then I can be a happy person. Like, not that I'm not a happy person, but like I will be like, yes, right? Like I did it. We accomplished it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
Because it's not just like, it's one of those things that's simple, but it's not easy, right? I talked about this a couple of weeks ago with Ricky Hamilton on our podcast. The idea that like, you could show anybody how to throw a punch. Simple. Move your arm, extend your arm straight out from you. Boom, you just punched. Make a fist. You just punched. Simple. But when you get into the thing and when you start doing the punch, you realize that there's so much other things there. Timing, technique, speed, the condition of your hand, how you're holding your hand. Do you make a tight fist? Do you all of those other little things that add up to being a good punch, right? Now you learn how to throw that punch. Now we're going to have somebody else punch you while you try and punch them. How much harder did you just make this job? Right? It's simple in theory. Just stick your arm out. I'm just going to stick my arm straight out. There, I punched. Well, okay, yeah, you did punch. You might suck at it, but right? Like there's so much other stuff that goes into just throwing that punch.
Yes.
There's so much more. Like the planning this whole thing, just doing our podcast, it's simple and on the surface, but like the more you get into it, the more we start doing it, the more like you realize there's a lot of other little details that go into this thing. And the older I get, the more I've realized in life, I've glossed over so much stuff and just looked at it from the easy level of like, oh, we're just sitting around talking. Like, well, yeah, but how many people are going to listen to that? Right? Like, do you bring anything of substance to the table? Right?
Okay.
Like, do you bring a lesson? Do you bring some depth? Do you bring some experience with that? Right? It's like, it is on the surface level, just two guys talking to each other. We're just bullcrap, just shooting the shit. Right? But now, like, the more we get into things, the more depth we go. Like, well, that takes work. And we maintain it for an hour. Sometimes we get out into the weeds, right? But we kind of bring it back. Like, what conversation doesn't go that way, right? Every martial arts lesson you've ever had, have they all been A+?
No.
Exactly. Right? There have been a few that have been really good. The attempt was made to make them all A+ in varying degrees of success. So, yeah.
But they may not have.
They may not have. Yeah, exactly.
As A+.
Anything could have happened in the meantime while those things were going on. Cars break down. Accidents happen. People get sick. Things happen. Injuries, right? Like, how many times has a lesson been derailed by somebody getting an injury?
Yep.
Or derailed by a disruption. Mm-hmm. It happens. So, fun times. Intent matters?
Intent matters.
I don't know. I'm looking for the title.
The Thing.
I like The Thing. Good movie, too.
The original one.
The original one? From
1980, not that the John Carpenter one.
The John Carpenter one. Okay.
That's what I meant. The 1982 or 1980 whatever version. There was like the 1950 version.
I was going to say, yeah, wasn't there like is that a remake or a retelling? Because I don't think I think the Thing from like the 50s is a different story, isn't it?
I've not seen that one.
Neither have I.
I did see John Carpenter's The Thing on 35 millimeter at Quentin Tarantino's movie theater down in LA. And that was pretty cool to see that.
No kidding.
Yeah. When I was down there for some film thing,
some movie thing.
And, I went to Quentin Tarantino's New Beverly Cinema, and I think he only shows films there on 35 millimeter. He may do some digital film. I don't know. I could be wrong on this, but I know at the time he was doing 35 millimeter showings of films.
Oh, right on.
And I watched The Thing.
I knew he had a theater, but I didn't know he had like specific rules. I just knew that he showed like, he didn't really show new releases. They were like older movies.
Older films, yeah. New Beverly Cinema.
He did have a podcast with one of his writing partners for a while. That was wildly entertaining.
Really?
Yeah. If you like movies, I don't know. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. And I don't know like if they put them out weekly or monthly or if they have a schedule. But they talked about some crazy movies.
And they're really not doing it anymore?
I don't know if they still are or not. I'll look that up and link it here in the show notes. Yeah, what do you think, man? You think it's time to call it good?
Yes.
Okay. Friends, thanks for joining us. Grasshoppers, if you're interested in our seminar, check out formlesspod.com. There is more information on our website, where you can purchase tickets, where the location is, all of that stuff, times, dates, all of that good thing. Formlesspod.com. Also, there, you can buy shirts, hats, mugs, t-shirts. I said that. I said hats, coffee mugs, pillows, bookcases, all sorts of stuff. You can slap our logo on it. We got some new logos in the works. I just haven't posted them on the site yet, but we're working on that. That'll probably be a little bit later. Social media. We have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. All can be found at the Formless Pod. Some of those we are more active on than others, but
no Twitter.
Oh, X. Excuse me, X. Anyway, you can find us there, and we hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Have a good one.